weapon is hurting. Lennon LaGuardia starts the second half, and this kick flies out of bounds, and it is a touchback. The ball did go out of bounds, but after it crossed the goal line, it'll be a first down for Cherry Creek, starting 80 yards away as they get the ball on offense to start the third quarter.
Well, they did have the momentum going into the locker room. A big pickoff by Arvada West in the end zone to stop a scoring opportunity for Cherry Creek. But, they had the momentum offensively and see if they can bring it into the second half.
Rogers and McDonald, two outstanding running backs. Darnell getting the better of it in the first half, but Will had a big first half. Let's hope he can play here in the second. First down. And Gusmus to throw. Gusmus throwing the bomb. It's a way overthrown. It's almost intercepted. Chase Campbell back playing center field, the safety. A junior, 5'11", 170 pounds. And, boy, talk about going for the jugular to start the second half. Cherry Creek came out with a bomb.
Well, Cherry Creek knows that they have momentum, and they know they've got Arvada West kind of on their heels a little bit, and they tried to take advantage of it.
Gusmus's pass, though, wasn't close, and Arvada West almost came up with a pick. 2nd and 10. Higgins goes wide to the bottom of your screen. Spivey and McDonald, the outstanding Cherry Creek backfield. 45 seniors on this Creek team. McDonald bounces off a tackler, still on his feet. Darnell gets up to the 24-yard line. So we got 4 where most running backs wouldn't have gotten any yardage at all.
Yeah, they can make something out of nothing. Darnell's not a guy that's going to give up very often. He's going to get in there and fight and scratch and kick until he can get positive yardage out of it.
The Cherry Creek sidelines, and here's a third down play. So often games decided on third down. Can the defense come up big? Does the drive continue? We'll see what happens here to start the third quarter. Wildcats could use a stop. Gusmus looking for a slant, and he overthrew his man Rebstock on the dive. The pass beyond him, so the Wildcat defense does come up big, and they force the Bruins to kick it away.
Little 3-step drop by Cherry Creek's quarterback. Drops back, waits for a while. Excellent coverage, really, by Pyatt in the beginning. He got a good jam on Rebstock on the line of scrimmage and didn't enable him to get the route that he needed.
Winters to kick, and fair catching for Arvada West is Leon Martin. And the Wildcats will come out on offense with excellent field position following the 36-yard punt. And Will Rogers is in the game, limping into the huddle. So Arvada West will go with number 28, Will Rogers, as Cutlip gets some last-second instructions from Dave Logan. And here comes the Wildcat offense on the field for the first time in the third quarter.
Well, that shows you the kind of heart that Will Rogers has and how much he wants to give to this team so he can try to help them win a state championship.
Wildcats come to the line. First time they've touched the ball in the second half. Rogers, the lone setback behind Cutlip. And Steve's got all day. And Steve's going to step up, and finally Creek's got him. He may have dropped the football. There's a flag on the play also. One of those coverage sacks, Jeff, that you talked about in the first half. If he did drop the football, it was recovered by number 63, Alan Lejeune. And now we'll get the indication what the penalty is.
We have holding defense.
Big break for the Wildcats.
Well, Cherry Creek's defensive line still getting good push, not giving Cutlip the time to really, well, he did have the opportunity to set his feet, but coverage and push by the defensive line enables them to eventually get to the quarterback.
And there was the fumble, and Lejeune, who is the national powerlifting champion, he squats 530 pounds. Those are Campbell-like numbers, able to fall on the football following the Cutlip fumble. Football up to the 49-yard line. It's a first down. And you see Florida State leading Florida at the half by 3. And Arvada West, apparently confused on offense, forced to take a timeout. And early in the third quarter, I'm sure that's not what Arvada West wanted to do, but they were forced to do so. You know, as we take a look at Will Rogers, number 28, he is really limping badly.
Yeah, he's noticeably limping around, and, you know, it would be very unfortunate if he pulled it so badly right now that it ended up hurting his career later on. So it'll be interesting to see how long he stays in the game. His heart is amazing to even be in there right now with that type of injury.
Take a look at the A West sidelines. And they need something to happen, and something to happen here in the third quarter to give them a little momentum and a little confidence. Cherry Creek took it away from them in the second quarter as Darnell McDonald was able to run wild. 10:41 to go in the third. The Wildcats have come up with a stop on Cherry Creek, and we shall see what happens now as A West gets the football. Remember, this Arvada West offense can explode. It averages 40 points a game, so they've had a very big year offensively, and they can strike at any time. One of the things they've been able to do is score and score quickly all season. First down, football at the 49-yard line. Cutlip to Rogers, nowhere to go. They got him, and I'm not sure even a healthy Will Rogers could have gotten away that time. He was tackled by a host of Bruins. Fred Ross was there, Frank Johnson. We see Ryan Lance take another look. Will Rogers never had a chance.
Well, defensively, Cherry Creek's starting to take over the ball game on the line of scrimmage. They're just not giving the running backs, Will Rogers from Arvada West, anywhere to run. I mean, if his groin was healthy, like you said, he still wouldn't have gone anywhere.
Well, ultimately, Logan may have to throw the running game away and go to that high-powered passing offense almost exclusively. We'll see if he's thinking along those lines on the second down play. Following the penalty, it's 2nd and 4. It was 1st and 5, now 2nd and 4. Atencio on the slant, trying to break away. First down at the 43-yard line in Bruin territory. Atencio hit by Kufeld and Vestal on the play, but the Wildcats have a first down.
Well, when Arvada West goes to the short drops by the quarterbacks, they've been very successful. It's not allowing Cherry Creek to get up the field and make plays on Cutlip. It's allowing Cutlip to set his feet, throw the short routes, and let his receivers do the work as far as gaining yardage.
Wide receivers will go each way. That's generally the situation for Dave Logan. He's slot left. And Will Rogers staying in the football game. He's the lone setback behind Cutlip. And Steve to the far side through the hands. The pass behind Lindenmeyer. Did a good job just to get his hands on it. Matt Klotz, number 4, on the coverage, second down.
Well, he did have Lindenmeyer open. You see him drop back, another short drop, not allowing Cherry Creek to get the field. Did have his hands on the ball. Could have been a play that should have been a ball he caught.
Well, passed a little behind him, didn't you think?
Yeah, but games like this, you got to be able to turn around and grab those.
Got 2 hands on it, have to catch the football.
Yeah.
I think you must have heard that from a coach or two in your day.
Yeah, coach or 10, sure.
Second down, short drop for Cutlip. Has Newton. Newton wrapped up at the 35-yard line, hit hard by Kufeld, who's doing a big job hitting in the secondary for the Bruins. Another look, although I'm not sure Mike Newton would want to see it again.
Well, this is working for him again. Short drop by the quarterback, not a lot of time. The ball gets out quickly. Receivers got to make big plays like that, and then Kufeld just, that's a great tackle by a high school DB.
That's a textbook tackle.
Absolutely.
Football at the 35-yard line. It's 3rd and 2. I think we're in 2-down situation here, so if Logan and Arvada West don't make it on this play, we'd anticipate they'd go for it on 4th down, but let's see what happens on 3rd and 2. And they pitch it, and that's Will Rogers. First down, 32-yard line. Put his shoulder down. He needed 2 on the play. He got 3. I believe it's a first down. Well, that is the indication. First down, Ray.
You can definitely tell that Will Rogers isn't 100%. His speed's just not the same out there, but, you know, he's got that heart, and he wants to get it. You know, we talked to Dave Logan during the week, and he said Will Rogers has just a tremendous work ethic as far as a player goes, and he gets in there and works out. He's in there all summer long, and you know, when you have a player like that, their hearts are usually the same size, and that's why he's still in the football game.
He actually got down to the 30-yard line, so he made it easily, and Will looked pretty good running the football there. No sign of a limp when he had the football in his hands. First down, 30-yard line. Rogers again, and Will's got running room. The 20, there goes Will Rogers. Sore hamstring and all. Touchdown, Wildcats. 30 yards for Will Rogers. And boy, what an effort by that young man.
That's just amazing. You know, you can see him limping right there, going back to the huddle, and you know, he just, once he sees daylight, gets his feet going and turns on the speed, hurt and all. But there's no denying him getting in the end zone.
Well, reports of Will Rogers' demise greatly exaggerated. I mean, here's a kid who was limping in the huddle, limping every time he didn't have the football. Give him the football, and I think he just ran a 4.340.
Yeah. Could you imagine what he's doing when he's healthy?
Boy, 21-16, and the Wildcats go for 2 to try to pull within 3. Setbacks are split. Cutlip on the slant. They've got 2 more. The pass caught by Arvada West. Was it Proto? It was Jason Proto on the receiving end for the two-point conversion, and the Wildcats right back in the game. Timeout, 21-18, Creek leads.
We didn't want Plymouth Neon Espresso to be some ordinary Joe, so we added a little sweetener. Stuff like fog lamps, sporty front bucket seats, and 150 horses in a dual overhead cam engine. The result? The new Plymouth Neon Espresso. Now you can get all this and more for a price that'll really open your eyes.
Front Range Chrysler Plymouth dealers want to remind you to please don't drink and drive.
The Stanley Sharpshooter staple gun makes it easy to drive a staple flush on the first squeeze, and on the next squeeze, right down to the last squeeze. Because let's face it, when have you ever needed just one staple? The Sharpshooter, only from Stanley.
Holiday shopping? Let's just see what's in Santa's big old bag of holiday savings at Garth. Why, it's a Pro Player used reversible jacket. Save $30. On Dasher, on Dancer. Gotta get the Garth.
Arvada West on the scoreboard. Take another look at the two-point conversion.
Well, they did, you know, most of the plays that they had during that drive, they were all three-step drops. They had the quarterback get the ball out early, get it to his receivers, and they're making big plays out of it. Little slant route on the outside, another three-step drop, big play by Arvada West.
A six-play, 60-yard drive. Arvada West on the board. They needed it badly. LaGuardia will kick. It's a three-point game. McDonald watches it sail over his head and into the end zone. So once again, Cherry Creek will begin at the 20-yard line. So LaGuardia doing a good job getting those kickoffs into the end zone as we take another look at Will Rogers.
Well, Will, just excellent job, hurt and all, trying to get himself in the end zone. And you know, you see him limping once he gets in there, but if he's got the ball in his hands, I highly doubt he's thinking very much about his injury.
So Coach Logan has the audacity, the nerve, to come on our air at halftime, moan and groan about the injury to Will Rogers. I think he was snowing us.
You've been in the news business too long.
I guess. I'm thinking cover-up. Spivey hit at the line. Down he goes. There's no gain. Chavez comes up with the football and says, I got the football. The officials say, Spivey was down, 2nd and 10.
Well, many times in a game, if you get your star player injured, the rest of the team rallies around him and they pick their level of play up, and that's the opportunity for Arvada West to get some momentum and back on their side.
Well, no question, they have the momentum now. They stop Cherry Creek, 3 and out to start the third quarter. And now Spivey is limping to the sidelines on the far side as we see Ben Gusmus, who's 5 for 12 for 66 yards, and he's been intercepted twice. Both times by number 12, Jason Lucas. Creek begins with the second down play. 20-yard line, Darnell McDonald to the 23. Wrapped up nicely by linebacker Brian Langdon, number 16. Brian, who never played football before this year, makes the stop on Darnell McDonald.
Well, Langdon does an excellent job of staying at home, waiting for Darnell McDonald to come to him. He's going to try to cut back right here. Langdon stays at home, fights off a couple of blocks. Excellent tackle in the hole there to get him for a gain of about 3 yards.
Big 3rd and 6, 7:25 to go in the third. Cherry Creek leading 21-18. Gusmus in the pocket, has all sorts of time, fires a strike, beautifully thrown. Rebstock's got it at the 20, make it the 39-yard line with a flag at the end of the play. That's a terrific catch. Brad Pyatt made the tackle, and really, I think Ben Gusmus' best throw of the game.
Well, Gusmus just throws a bullet out there to Rebstock. Rebstock, excellent job
We
catching
have
the
a
ball.
dead ball. Personal foul. Defense. He didn't get a number.
Take another look. Ben Gusmus threw an absolute bullet on a line. Rebstock the catch, and he was apparently roughed up after the play. That's a big gain for Cherry Creek.
The Creek's offensive line giving Gusmus the opportunity to throw the ball, and just an excellent job turning around and catching the ball in your hands by Rebstock for a big play.
You saw Rebstock hit by the second tackler. Quite a few yards out of bounds. That's why the penalty was called. Football at the 47-yard line in a West territory, and the Bruins trying to answer. And McDonald to the 44-yard line. Brian Langdon again making the stop.
Well, Langdon's, you heard his name a couple of times. He's been very, very active for the Arvada West defense as far as being able to try to contain Darnell McDonald from Cherry Creek.
It's a quick Arvada West defense, and really their primary concern was their size as we look at a retaping job being done on the sideline. Gusmus on second down to McDonald. Darnell's got running room, the 40. Great move, 35 to 30-yard line. So the Bruins on the move, and Darnell McDonald to the Wildcat 30.
Another thing Darnell McDonald does so well is he's patient with all of his moves. You get a good look at it right here. Little handoff by the quarterback over the right side. Excellent block by 74. And he gets up and waits until the defensive back has committed himself, then makes his move, squares his shoulders, and gets up the field.
Football resting right at the 30-yard line. First down for the Bruins. So they are answering in championship style as they try for the first time in school history to three-peat, win back-to-back-to-back championships. Play action for Gusmus looking. Another bullet pass to Rebstock. Inside the 15, down at the 14-yard line. Chase Campbell, number 10, able to bring him down, but not before they came up with the gain to the 14-yard line. Another Bruin first down.
Well, Gusmus is starting to get confident in the way he's throwing the ball. Offensive line giving him the time to be able to throw the ball. And, you know, Rebstock's getting involved in the game. He's a guy that you're going to be able to see play on Saturdays for probably a team maybe like a CSU in Colorado.
One more look at Gusmus, and suddenly Ben is on target. They said he had a slump last week against Mullen midway through the game. Started off well, finished great, but along the way had some problems. Deans diving inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Logan Deans spelling Darnell McDonald for a moment. And actually will give him progress to the 11-yard line, setting up a second down and just about 7.
Well, Creek comes out in the second half, mixing the run and the pass again, keeping Arvada West defense off balance.
One thing about Cherry Creek, Arvada West has all the momentum their way, and here comes Creek on a long, time-consuming drive. 5:20 to go in the third. Creek by 3, but looking to open it up, and there's Darnell McDonald walking into the end zone for a Cherry Creek touchdown. His 4th touchdown of the game. Not supposed to be that easy, is it?
Well, again, Darnell McDonald running behind. Just a tremendous job by Cherry Creek's offensive line of giving him the opportunity with the holes. You know, they're blocking and winning the battle right now on the line of scrimmage against Arvada West defense. You know, here's a great look at the size of the hole that he has the ability to run through, breaking some tackles and just using his abilities to get in the end zone.
Big Justin Dick, number 71 out there, leading the way. Brad Winters will try and tack on the PAT. Creek leading 27-18. They want to extend to 10. And Winters, who missed one earlier, has this one right through the middle. And we've got a timeout at the Stutler Bowl. And Cherry Creek has answered Arvada West touchdown with one of its own. Timeout. Creek's leading 28-18.
We didn't want Plymouth Neon Espresso to be some ordinary Joe. So we added a little sweetener. Stuff like fog lamps. 40 front bucket seats. And 150 horses in a dual overhead cam engine. The result? The new Plymouth Neon Espresso. Now you can get all this and more for a price that'll really open your eyes.
Front Range Chrysler Plymouth dealers want to remind you to please don't drink and drive.
Garage doors. You don't give them much thought, unless you're like me, the Ankmar door guy. I love them. Occasionally, your trusty garage door breaks down. That's when you need to call Ankmar Door. Our service people are the best. Doesn't matter if you're fixing a broken spring or replacing a damaged section. Hey, nice flap shot. Or installing a brand new door. Ankmar is ready to help. So give us a call.
Now, with any service, receive a garage door tune-up absolutely free.
Ankmar Doors. You gotta love them.
Cherry Creek drives 80 yards in 7 plays, and Darnell McDonald with 19 carries, 195 yards. He scored all 4 Cherry Creek touchdowns. McDonald having quite an afternoon.
Well, he's going to be a tremendous asset to any school if he decides to go to college and play both football and baseball.
Brad Winters will kick, and this one will sail into the end zone. And in high school ball, you cannot run out a kick that crosses the goal line, so Arvada West will start at the 20-yard line.
Here's another look at the at the touchdown run by Darnell McDonald, just the patience in the offensive line, getting the job done up front and allowing him to use his abilities, his tremendous running abilities, to get in the end zone.
Cherry Creek holding on to the ball for over 3 minutes and wrapping it up with that scoring run by McDonald. So let's see if Arvada West can answer. 5:15 to go in the third. Arvada West has never won state. We're in the championship game back in 1972. Bidding for its first state title. Short gain on that pass play on this near sideline. Proto making the catch, and the Bruins Klotz able to get him. 2nd and 9 for Arvada West.
Well, again, Arvada West going back to the quick drop by the quarterback, getting the ball in the receiver's hands and trying to let them have the opportunity to make positive yardage on the play.
Steve Cutlip's numbers, 9 for 15, 92 yards. On 2nd down, blitz on, and down goes Cutlip for the 5th time, and shot through a cannon was Greg Ciaz. Number 57 came right through, perhaps unblocked. We'll get another look. And who are those masked men?
Well, Ciaz just right through the line of scrimmage. Cutlip wasn't even done with to try to set his feet to throw the football, and he was already there. So definitely a missed blocking assignment up front by Arvada West.
So Rocky Martin, the defensive coordinator, whose son Rocky is an outstanding linebacker for him on Cherry Creek, coming through with some big defensive calls. And this is a big play. It's 3rd and 16. Cutlip will have to throw. Has time this time. Good protection. Throws deep downfield. Newton out there. It's overthrown. Newton with Kufeld. And had Mike continued running, he might have had a better chance of the ball. It's almost like he stopped and kind of gauged where it was going to be and then tried to get there.
Yeah, this is the type of a pattern when you're a receiver that you've got to trust your quarterback. If he throws it up there, you got to be able to run it down. You can't give up on the play until the whistle blows. And I think if he'd just kept running, he'd have been all right.
Solanke has to kick from his own end zone. A high snap, the rush on. He got it away, and it's a good kick. McDonald fair catching at the Creek 44-yard line. So the Bruins will have good field position to start their drive. Cherry Creek's defense has stopped Arvada West. It was 3 and out. 3:41 to go till in the third. And Creek's got the football and a 10-point lead, and I'd imagine feeling pretty good right now.
Well, they've got the football and definitely the momentum. The Cherry Creek defense has really stepped up and just done an excellent job on Arvada West's offense.
Creek to the line without a huddle. They're slot right, in the eye. Gusman still has it. And Ben's looking deep. Oh, wide open is Higgins, the 30-yard line. Pat's in the open field. He's to the 20. There goes Pat Higgins, and the Bruins have another touchdown.
Well, that's the same play that Cherry Creek ran early in the game, about the 3rd play of the game against the Arvada West defense. Same type of outcome. There was a mix-up in coverage. Higgins came wide open on the side. You see a good example of it here. It's just an out and up by Higgins. And what an excellent throw by Gusmus to get it to him. And then, as a receiver, once you catch it, you got to be able to run with it. Gets a block downfield and turns it up for a 54-yard touchdown reception by Pat Higgins.
Yeah, Ribstock with a super block. And Ben Gusmus, who struggled a little bit early, has started throwing absolute bullets and on-target strikes here in the third quarter. Winters has the kick go off the side of his foot again. It's no good, but Cherry Creek has now opened up a 16-point lead.
Well, this is Arvada West got to be able to here's another look at the play.
Boy, they're fast.
Boy, they are extremely fast. You see them get back into the end zone. And Cherry Creek's receivers and their running backs, they just don't give up. Once they get the ball in their hands, they're looking to score touchdowns, and that's why they're so successful.
The other thing, they come out first down, and I think everybody's thinking, well, we'll give it to McDonald. They'll work that ball control. They'll try and get it down the field. They come out play action, and Higgins can't be any more open.
Well, when you've got a weapon like McDonald, from the defensive standpoint, you've got to look for him first, and that opens the passing game, and Cherry Creek's come out in the second half and really thrown the ball well.
So Creek has scored a couple of touchdowns here in less than 2 minutes. And Arvada West, which had pulled within 3, has seen Creek score 13 unanswered. Winters will kick. And we've seen these both kickers kick the ball in the end zone all game long, forcing the teams to go the length of the field, some 80 yards, if they're to score.
Well, this will be a big series for Arvada West. They've got to be able to regroup, get themselves going, get a couple of first downs, get their confidence back, and try to get some points on the board.
Steve Cutlip, and he has been under siege much of this day. Out of the huddle come the Wildcats, and now they're down by 16. So Creek has opened it up. It's 34-18. Will Rogers in the game. Slot right for the Wildcats and a roll right by Cutlip. Throwing. Newton's got it over the 30-yard line. It'll be a first down at the 31-yard line. Kevin Kufeld stopping Newton on the play, but not before he got 11.
Well, now they're starting to run him out, let him get out of the pocket so he gets away from the rush at Cherry Creek, puts a good throw on the ball. And Newton, excellent job with his hands in the air, catching the ball, watching it in, getting his feet in bounds for a big play.
Yeah, that is a good point you make. Now the moving pocket to try and alleviate some of that pressure, because Cutlip has really faced the pressure most of the afternoon. Newton out of the game. Their slot left. Short drop, and the pass deflected and incomplete. Big number 91, Ben Witt, able to get up. He's 6'3", 190 pounds, a senior, able to deflect the ball. Second down.
Well, if you're gonna defend plays like that on a three-step drop, that's the way you do it. You get your defensive lineman. You tell them, hey, listen, they're dropping 3 steps on that thing. As soon as you see him set his feet, get your hands in the air, make him throw through a picket fence, and a lot of times the ball will get knocked away like that.
Newton back in with the play for Dave Logan, and Fisher goes to the sidelines, number 87. A 2nd and 10 for Arvada West. Rush on Cutlip, who throws as he was hit. Did a good job to get it to Newton to the 36-yard line. And Cutlip again being blitzed and blitzed hard by Greg Ciaz, who almost came up with another Cherry Creek sack.
Well, Ciaz has been, in the backfield. Cherry Creek put a little blitz on here. He comes untouched through there, and how Cutlip got that ball off and completed it. Amazing play by him.
Cutlip has thrown for more than 3,000 yards this year. 31 touchdowns. Been picked off 13 times. And schools like Nebraska, Oregon, Arizona, Arizona State, Kansas State, all interested in number 7. Lots of schools interested in number 28. Will Rogers out over the 40 to the 41-yard line. Close to, but I don't think he's got the first down. We'll see where they spot the ball. And an interesting call coming up here, down by 16. Well, first we'll get a measurement, but they may be a little short.
It looks from our vantage point that he is going to be short, and this will be an interesting call to see if Coach Logan from Arvada West does take the opportunity to go for this.
Yeah, in his own territory, down by 16. But first, let's extend the sticks and see if we are correct in terms of it not being a first down. And they are short by just that much. I think the Riverboat Gambler's going to go for it here.
Yeah, he's got a lot of confidence in his offense. He knows that he's got a very potent offense. He's got a tremendous running back who's a little dinged right now, but he's going to go for it. He's Florida State in the third quarter, leading Florida 17-14. Big game there.
Yeah, you're right. Big play here, Jeff. It's 4th and half a yard. They go to Will Rogers, first down. He dove over the 41, almost to the 42. Arvada West comes up big, and the drive continues.
Well, give it to the guy that got you to the dance. Will Rogers up the middle, right over the center. That's the way you do it. Just let him get the speed and use his powerful legs and running abilities to get you the first down. You see, gets to the line of scrimmage and dives over the line of scrimmage to get the first down.
They brought the fullback Don Jager into the game. He's a blocking back exclusively, and Jager leading Rogers to the hole and the yard he needed for the first down. 1:43 to go in the third quarter. First down, Wildcats. Cutlip on the slant. Atencio's got it. He's at the 48-yard line. Vestal on the coverage.
Well, Arvada West has been most successful when they've just thrown the short routes, allowing the receivers, like we talked about earlier, to get the ball in their hands and make plays. But it just allows the offense to get into a rhythm, and they don't stutter and go 3 and out. They just keep moving the ball, step by step down the field.
Triple receivers to the bottom of your screen. 4 wideouts on the play. They work the draw to Rogers. And Will gets to the 49-yard line. That's the play he raced some 70 yards on earlier in the game. Frank Johnson, Rocky Martin involved on the play, tackling for Cherry Creek. Less than a minute to go in the third. Creek leading 34-18. They led at halftime 21-10.
Well, this will be probably the biggest third down play so far of the game for Arvada West, to be able to get across the 50-yard line and into Cherry Creek territory.
I think we're at the point now where Arvada West almost has to play a perfect football game. They've got to score and they've got to stop Cherry Creek because we are getting very close to the fourth quarter. Cutlip on third down for Rogers. And this is a good-looking play. Rogers the 40. Rogers the 30. Down the sideline, the 20. Will Rogers out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And Arvada West comes up very big on third down.
Well, here you'll see the replay of the little swing pattern that they throw out to Will Rogers, and then he just turns on the speed. Whatever he had in his groin is definitely gone right now. It must have been a cramp that they got rid of. But once he gets the ball in his hands, you see the speed that he has and the ability he has to get down the sidelines. Here's a little bit different angle for you. Once he gets the ball in his hands, really there's not anybody within 5 yards of him. And, waits for the defensive back to overrun him and gets about 20 more yards after that.
A very big play for Arvada West. 14 seconds to go. A 38-yard play for Will Rogers. Man in motion to the right. Rogers up the middle. Will still on his feet. He's inside the 5-yard line. He's almost to the 3. He is to the 3-yard line, in fact. And the clock, I believe, will be stopped on... Close enough for a measurement, you think? Nope, first down.
There's a replay for you. Take a look at Will Rogers coming through the line and just bullying his way down there, carrying Cherry Creek defenders with him to get down inside the 5-yard line.
Third quarter's history now. Arvada West will have it first and goal, trying to get back in the football game after 3. Cherry Creek bidding to make it back-to-back championships, back-to-back-to-back, in fact, leading 34-18.
We didn't want Plymouth Neon Espresso to be some ordinary Joe. So we added a little sweetener. Stuff like fog lamps, 40 front bucket seats, and 150 horses in a dual overhead cam engine. The result? The new Plymouth Neon Espresso. Now you can get all this and more for a price that'll really open your eyes.
Front Range Chrysler Plymouth dealers want to remind you to please don't drink and drive.
Beginning to feel a chill in the air? Better call the professionals at APH. APH is your air, plumbing, and heating professionals for installation, sales, and service since 1963. APH carries top product names like Amana. With 24-hour emergency service, APH is just a phone call away. So this winter, don't be left out of the cold. Let APH take care of all your furnace needs. For no down payment, no interest, no payments for 1 full year, let APH and Amana keep you warm.
APH Heating and Air.
Gary Miller, Jeff Campbell, Martian Neville, and Dave Logan here at the Stutler Bowl, 34-18. Cherry Creek leading, but Logan's Wildcats with a first and goal as Mike Wolford tries to inspire his defense to make a stand. Beginning the fourth quarter. Will Rogers, off right guard, driving short of the goal line to about the 1-yard line. We'll see where they give him progress to. It'll be second and goal coming up. Told us at halftime that Will had strained a hamstring, but he's run well in the third quarter, including a touchdown. Looks like the football is closer to the 2-yard line. And Arvada West having trouble getting the play in. They don't want to have to use another timeout. Wildcat fans screaming for their team to hurry it along. You don't want to use a timeout. You don't want a delay penalty here. They race to the line. It's Rogers again, wide side of the field. He's wide open for the touchdown. A little bit of a limp for Will Rogers, but a touchdown.
Well, when he gets the ball in his hands, like we talked about earlier, I highly doubt that he's thinking about anything he's got as far as an injury goes. He'll limp back to the huddle, but he knows when he gets the ball in his hands, he's got a job to do. Here's a replay before he comes out, stretches the defense, and just uses his speed to get in the end zone.
You can see the limp as he got into the end zone. He's got 3 touchdowns. He had 5 last week against Centaurus when he rushed for well over 200 yards. A 10-point game, and they'll go up for 2 in an effort to pull within 8. Wide receivers each way. Rogers the lone setback. Cutlip looking. He's got a man in the end zone. The ball knocked away, and a flag on the play. Fisher apparently hit before the ball got there. Matt Vestal was involved on the tackle. Brandon McKnight, I believe, was downfield also for Cherry Creek.
Defensive pass interference.
So half the distance. They'll put the ball at the 1.5-yard line, and we'll try the 2-point conversion again.
Well, the penalty comes right at the end of the play. I think the defensive back from Cherry Creek gets there a little bit early. That's really close. That is a very, very close call right there.
He's going for the ball all the way, too. He's got as much right to the ball as the defender does.
But he can't hit him before the ball gets there. And that was close.
Can't go through him to get to the football, huh?
Right.
That's because you're an ex-receiver.
I'm going to argue that one all the time.
Once again, Arvada West will go for 2. Go ahead,
You get it down here this close, you're probably going to see Will Rogers get the ball.
Yeah, Jager's in there to block for him. Will's got the ball, Jager the block, and Arvada West has 2 more. So from the 1.5 yard line, they give it to Will Rogers. He scored 3 touchdowns, add a conversion to his point total. He and Darnell McDonald are putting on a wonderful show, and Arvada West has pulled within 8. 11-12 to go in the game. It's still very much a contest. Cherry Creek's leading 34-26.
We didn't want Plymouth Neon Espresso to be some ordinary Joe, so we added a little sweetener. Stuff like fog lamps, 40 front bucket seats, and 150 horses in a dual overhead cam engine. The result? The new Plymouth Neon Espresso. Now you can get all this and more for a price that'll really open your eyes.
Front Range Chrysler Plymouth dealers want to remind you to please don't drink and drive.
Dad had the LiftMaster man put up a new garage door opener for me. I've only been driving for a couple of years. He's got this cool safety reversing sensor. Something gets in the way while the door's going down, goes back up, all by itself. So tell your folks to call a professional, the LiftMaster garage door opener man.
Call Ankmar Door at 321-6051.
It took A West 10 plays to march the 80 yards, a 4-minute, 11-second drive. Will Rogers, the touchdown, is third of the game. Will Rogers, the 2-point conversion, 34-26. And now we'll see how Cherry Creek goes on offense and if Arvada West can make some big plays defensively. Lenny LaGuardia will left foot it downfield. Line drive. It'll be McDonald on a couple of hops. It gets past Darnell into the end zone. That's a muff. And the automatic touchback with the ball going into the end zone.
Well, our predictions are starting to come true with the game being a high-scoring affair towards the end. Both offenses are starting to get on track, getting into a rhythm. Both running games are starting to get, up and running. What is that, a cliche now?
Well, it might be a redundancy. I don't know about a cliche.
Up and running, yeah, right, exactly. But, they're getting things going, and, Darnell McDonald and Will Rogers really have an excellent game.
Yeah, 2 terrific running backs. It's fun to watch them, and Darnell does not have the ball, and Gus misses down. Ryan Leonard, the first time all day Arvada West has gotten to the Cherry Creek quarterback.
Well, what an excellent state championship game to watch. Momentum swings on both sides of the ball all game long. The defensive line for Arvada West starting to get penetration into the backfield of Cherry Creek.
Big defensive plays coming up for Arvada West now because Creek's got the football back at the 10-yard line. So it's 2nd and 20. And the Wildcat defense needs to play some D. And we'll see what Cherry Creek's offense can do to answer. 2nd down. It's McDonald. He's got running room. The 15. Darnell puts his head down over the 20 and effortlessly to the 22-yard line. How easily can you pick up 12 yards?
And Darnell, like you said, effortlessly. He looks like he's not moving hardly at all, but he's running really fast. Excellent cut at the beginning to try to get back outside. Then he gets his shoulder square, like we talked about earlier. Once that happens, look out. You got to get some pursuit to make the tackle.
Darnell well over 200 yards for the day. Mike Wolford has a call to make here. They gave him 11 yards on the previous play, 3rd and 9. And what a big play this is. 9:53 to play in the game. And on 3rd and 9, it's McDonald to the 25, to the 30, first down. Darnell McDonald to the 33-yard line. And why not give it to a superb running back on 3rd down and 9?
Well, he just keeps coming up with plays. He's amazing. You know, he gets in the line of scrimmage and does so many things for his team once he gets up in there. You get a good look at it when he comes to the line of scrimmage. Got great vision. Is patient, waits for his blocks to take place. Once he sees a hole, explodes through it and gets the first down.
218 yards on the day for Darnell McDonald on 21 carries. He is having an incredible day. Boy, can you imagine being a coach and on 3rd and 9, just give it to a running back and say, get me 9, and he gets him 11. Darnell to the 35-yard line, and Creek starting to mount a ball control type drive. Brian Langdon made the stop for the Wildcats, but A-West, they had their opportunity. They had Creek back at the 10-yard line, 2nd down and 20, and Darnell McDonald able to come up with 2 big runs for 23 yards in the first down.
Well, he is so dangerous. You know, his athletic ability, it would be a great pleasure if you know, he could go to college and play both sports and be as successful in college as he has been in high school.
Darnell's marvelous numbers. McDonald hit that time by Adam Cedillo. Still got out to the 39-yard line. We'll have a 3rd down and 3 coming up for Cherry Creek.
Well, this will be a big play for Arvada West defense. They've got to be able to try to stop Cherry Creek's momentum here on offense and get the ball back in their hands.
Cherry Creek has decided we'll give it to Darnell and let him do it. I don't think it's bad strategy.
No, not at all. I mean, it's just defensively for Arvada West right now, you've got to key Darnell McDonald. He's probably going to be the guy that gets the ball.
Logan Deans, number 6, joins him in the backfield. This is 3rd and 3. The pitch, they're working a fake and a reverse. McDonald still got it. Got the first down. Darnell's got big running room, and there he goes. Darnell McDonald looking for his 5th touchdown of the game. He's hit inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. Actually, he was down at the 6-yard line. His knee touchdown there. He bounced to the 3. In any event, it's 1st and goal.
Well, anytime you got 3rd down and long, you're probably going to see Darnell McDonald get the ball. That's exactly what happened. He gets it on a pitch. They fake the reverse, and again, just uses his patience to let his blocks take place. Once that happens, he's got nothing but green in front of him, turns on the speed. And Justin Turner from Arvada West, what a great effort to get down there and stop him from scoring a touchdown.
You're right about that. 55 yards on the previous play. Logan Deans goes into the end zone for a Cherry Creek touchdown.
Well, the momentum just keeps going Cherry Creek's way right now. As soon as you think that Arvada West has got him down, they turn on and have a big play. Darnell McDonald gets him down to the 6. And Logan Deans pops it in for the score.
Darnell's got 279 yards rushing in the game now.
Another look at the touchdown run. Logan Deans just getting his shoulder pads lower than Arvada West defenders and getting in the end zone.
They give it to Deans because McDonald was tired?
I'm sure he was tired. I'm sure he's real tired.
Give it to somebody else for a minute, will you? 40-26. So Cherry Creek has reached their scoring average. And Winters, who struggled a little bit today on the PATs, has this one perfectly. Timeout. 7:39 to go. Is there time for A-West to get up and off the floor? We'll see. Creek leads 41-26.
We didn't want Plymouth Neon Espresso to be some ordinary Joe. So we added a little sweetener. Stuff like fog lamps, 40 front bucket seats, and 150 horses in a dual overhead cam engine. The result? The new Plymouth Neon Espresso. Now you can get all this and more for a price that'll really open your eyes.
Front Range Chrysler Plymouth dealers want to remind you to please don't drink and drive.
A lot of radio stations will play this song. At the peak, they play a lot of the other songs. But they dig deep. They dig deeper. The Peak is the only one that digs that deep to find the good music. Remember when you were a kid and you used to dig to China? If they dug any deeper, you'd be listening to Chinese music. Hello, David! That's Peak music. Boom! Now we all understand. Let's see, 96.5, The Peak.
Denver's rock alternative.
Gary Miller, and with the man who hopes to become Darnell McDonald's agent, Jeff Campbell. Can't make contact with him while he's in high school, can you?
Boy, they'd really hurt you for that one.
Boy, what a great future that kid has. Winters kick, and once again through the end zone. Creek went 80 yards, 7 plays. A lot of 80-yard, 7-play drives in this game. Took them 3.5 minutes to do it. Big play, of course, the fake, or the give to McDonald, who faked an end around. And then he went 55 yards all the way to the 6-yard line, and Deans took it in from about the 6. Well, one thing about A West, they can score and score quickly. So we'll see if they have some sort of trick up their sleeve to negotiate the 80 yards. Cutlet the lob downfield for Proto. He's got it to 40. Proto spun around, and Brunson hangs onto that jersey at midfield.
Well, you're right. Arvada West, offensively, they can come out and they can hurt you in a hurry. They come right out with a pass down the sidelines on a fade pattern, 3-step drop. Short drop again by the quarterback. Let your receivers do the work. Preto, excellent job getting separation between himself and Brunson, the Cherry Creek defensive back, and he fights for an extra 5 yards.
30 yards and one big gulp for Arvada West. 7:22 to play. It's Rogers on the draw. To the 48-yard line. Got a couple on the play. Stone King, number 96, making the stop. You know, Arvada West has scored 26 points, but you have to say Cherry Creek's done a terrific job defensively.
Oh, they really have. The up-front guys that they have just been absolutely tremendous, leading them along the way. Matt Stone King has just been excellent. He's big, he's a solid kid, and he's very, very quick for his size.
2nd and 8. Clock becoming a factor with 6:45. Cutlip now in the pocket in trouble. And he was hit as he threw. Almost another sack for Cherry Creek. The pass ruled incomplete, and Cutlip did a good job to get rid of the football and avoid the sack.
Well, Cherry Creek's defensive line is making some adjustments before the play, and I think confusing the offensive line of Arvada West and allowing them to get penetration and get into the backfield.
Credit there to defensive coordinator Rocky Martin. Again, before we saw Cutlip rolling to get that pocket moving, trying to alleviate some of the pressure. They seem to have gone away from that, at least for a moment.
Yeah, I think if you start moving him around and letting him use his speed to get outside and set and throw the ball, they'll be a little bit more successful.
More than 6,000 watching today at the Stutler Bowl, watching Will Rogers trip up and get to the 46-yard line. 4th down play coming up. And again, one of those critical decisions for Dave Logan. Stone King on the tackle. Rogers slow to get up, and Will playing on a lot of talent and an equal amount of intestinal fortitude today.
Yeah, he's playing on a lot of heart. It's anytime you get a groin injury or any type of injury that's going to hamper the ability that you have to play the game, it's frustrating, and I know that's got to be frustrating for him right now.
Yeah, it's such a shame, and you know the Cherry Creek folks, they want everybody in Arvada West to be at full speed too, so if they win the game, no one can say, well, if the running back had been okay, things might have been different. Nobody wants anything like that. It's just one of those unfortunate things. And here is a big 4th down play. 4th and 6 for Arvada West. To this point, the play of the game. They fake the draw. Cutlip to throw. To Newton. 1st down. 35-yard line. And Arvada West will continue with the football. That is a very big play. The 5th catch of the game for Mike Newton.
What a play. I mean, this is big play after big play on both sides of the ball for Cherry Creek and Arvada West. Good protection for Cutlip to be able to set his feet and throw. And Newton, what an excellent job getting in there in traffic and catching the ball for the 1st down.
From the 35, 1st down. 5:52 to play. And they're throwing that timing pattern. Preto is out there at the 10. Preto at the 5 to the 3. First and goal. Jeff Brunson made the stop. That play's been there much of the day. They worked it again beautifully.
Well, they're allowing Cutlip to get the short drop, get the ball off early, nobody in his face. And the receivers, when you get that, they got to win on the line of scrimmage. That's what Preto did. He wins on the line of scrimmage to get separation between himself and the Cherry Creek defender. Here's a little bit different angle for you to see the separation that he has when he gets down there. What an excellent pass by Cutlip down the sidelines to about the 5.
Will Rogers back in the game. Now, Cutlip throws that ball beautifully. It's Rogers from the 3, diving toward the goal line. He didn't get in. Rocky Martin's on top of him.
There's no quit in either one of these teams. Arvada West is down. Cherry Creek's up. Cherry Creek keeps pushing the ball. They're on top. Arvada West is behind. They keep pushing the ball to try to get in the end zone. What an excellent game by two very, very talented high school football teams.
Football at the 1-yard line. We approach the 5-minute mark. Here comes Will Rogers. We'll wait for the officials to indicate. And apparently they're saying it'll be 3rd and goal. He got inside the 1, but not much more. Now this hurts Arvada West too. They want to get in as quickly as possible and keep some time on the clock. So even if they were to score, Cherry Creek now, to their advantage, making Arvada West run the clock before they can get into the end zone.
Right, with about 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the game. You know, Arvada West has got to get the ball in the end zone right now and then try to get Cherry Creek 3 and out on the next series.
Yeah, so running 2 plays, it's taking them an extra minute. Even if they do get in, they might need that minute later on. 4:25 to play. Rogers again, diving forward. And for the 3rd time, the officials say Cherry Creek has stopped him. So they had a 1st and goal at the 3. 3 gives to Will Rogers. They're inside the 1. Frank Johnson made the tackle. Nose of the football, very close to the goal line, but 4th down coming up, and it's cost them a minute and a half of time trying to get into the end zone.
Well, this is as big a play as there is in the game. 4th down, they've got to get this ball in the end zone. And like we said earlier, get the ball back to Cherry Creek, see if they can stop them, to see if they can get, the opportunity to win the game. But Cherry Creek's defense stepping up and doing a great job on this doorstep.
And Dave Logan has taken Will Rogers out of the game. It's 4th and goal with 3:38 to go. They go to Jager up the middle. It's a touchdown for Arvada West. Don Jager gets it, and they gave it to the fullback. He muscled it in. Arvada West has scored with 3:36 to play.
When you get it down there that close, around the 6-inch or foot line, give it to a fullback. Give it to Jager. Let him power his way in there. Arvada West, you see him get his head and his shoulders low, drive into the end zone for the score.
All right, interesting call here. 41-32, down by 9. They're going to go for the 1-point conversion to pull within 8. Dan Harmon is critical. Extra point, and Harmon's got lots of distance, and Harmon has his conversion. And it's an 8-point football game with 3:36 to go. And we could have quite a final 3.5. Timeout, 41-33, Creek.
We didn't want Plymouth Neon Espresso to be some ordinary Joe. So we added a little sweetener. Stuff like fog lamps, 40 front bucket seats, and 150 horses in a dual overhead cam engine. The result? The new Plymouth Neon Espresso. Now you can get all this and more for a price that'll really open your eyes.
Front Range Chrysler Plymouth dealers want to remind you to please don't drink and drive.
Beginning to feel a chill in the air? Better call the professionals at APH. APH is your air, plumbing, and heating professionals for installation, sales, and service since 1963. APH carries top product names like Amana. With 24-hour emergency service, APH is just a phone call away. So this winter, don't be left out of the cold. Let APH take care of all your furnace needs. For no down payment, no interest, no payments for 1 full year, let APH and Amana keep you warm.
APH Heating and Air.
Took Arvada West 4 minutes and 3 seconds to go 80 yards, a 9-play drive. Jager scoring on 4th down. But, Jeff, it did take them about a minute and 20 seconds more than perhaps it should have to get into the end zone after they had 1st and goal at the 3.
Well, it did take them a long time. I bet they wish they could have gotten it in the end zone quickly, but they didn't, and now it's going to be the defense's opportunity to try to stop Cherry Creek.
LaGuardia's kick will be dropped by McDonald into the end zone. The officials saying start the clock. I think McDonald thought that that was a muff and they should have blown it dead. And now they do indicate a touchback. Yeah, the official was letting the clock go, didn't indicate touchback right away. And Darnell's asking him about it right now. It's a muff into the end zone, which should be in high school ball an automatic touchback. A look at Jaeger diving for the score.
Yeah, little 1 foot line, give it to your fullback, let him power himself in.
And there's the Arvada West drive. Well, if I'm Mike Wolford, and I've got Darnell McDonald and 3:36 to kill the clock and win the 3rd straight championship, I'm giving the ball to number 5 a lot right now.
Yeah, every play. Let him just stay in bounds and chew up the clock.
Arvada West should have 2 timeouts. Well, shows what we know. Gusmus will throw. Gusmus has Higgins. That's a terrific catch. Higgins out to the 45 to 47-yard line.
Well, neither one of us know anything.
Oh, clearly.
We don't. Higgins was another big play. He was the guy that had the 2 big plays to beat Mullen last week. You know, they've had him down the sideline all game long. Little misdirection play by the quarterback, and what a great job with his hands going up and snatching the ball out of the air, and just no fight. These guys just keep fighting along.
You know, if most teams in the NFL would play this way, it'd be pretty darn exciting.
Oh, this is an excellent game. There is nothing like high school football.
If you come out protecting an 8-point lead, 3.5 to go, and you throw the ball 30 yards downfield. Gusmus has really thrown the ball well, particularly in the second half. And then they give it to Deans. He's into Arvada West territory to the 48-yard line. That's a terrific run on 1st down, a gain of 8. And 2nd down coming up. And boy, Cherry Creek has been able to move the ball all game, and Arvada West had a couple of stops early in the game, but really they've been unable to stop the Bruins since then.
Well, Cherry Creek's offensive line has just done an excellent job all day long of making holes for their running backs and giving protection to Gusmus so he has time to throw the ball. So, you know, if there's a most valuable player in this game so far, it would be the offensive line, I think, of Cherry Creek.
2nd down. Here comes McDonald, Darnell, darting, dashing, moving forward inside the 40. Down at around the 38. 1st down, Cherry Creek. 2:17 to play. But not only do they control the ball, they just march right down the field.
No, they really do. They've, you know, excellent job of mixing the run and the pass all game long, and you know, giving Darnell McDonald the opportunity to run through some big holes. You know, and it's just been a very, very well played and coached game on both sides of the ball today.
Clock moving, 2 minutes to go. Creek protecting an 8-point lead. Arvada West getting into dire straits, a desperation situation. Boy, do they need a turnover. Deans goes forward, gets to the 35-yard line, and A West will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts.
Well, Dean's filling in for an injured Spivey. We haven't seen Spivey in a while.
Yeah, he
had a little
an
ankle injury, and you know, Dean's picking right up where Spivey left off, getting the positive yardage.
Only Fort Collins and Salida have won back-to-back-to-back championships in the state of Colorado. Fort Collins did it, as Jeff remembers, from 1930 to 32.
I was young then.
Yeah, then Salida was successful from 33 to 35, and Creek looking to match that. Darnell McDonald on the afternoon, 25 carries, 287 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
Just amazing. That is absolutely amazing. You know, athletic ability coupled with a tremendous job by the offensive line. That's just a great, great offensive output today for them.
Well, anytime you play Cherry Creek, or at least if you have for the past 4 years, you knew you had to stop Darnell McDonald, and it's seldom been done. Of course, the only thing you can say for everybody else in our area and high school football teams is that, mercifully, there's graduation. And Darnell and 44 other seniors will be gone from Cherry Creek next year.
What a senior class. I don't think we had 44 players on my entire football team in high school.
Yeah, it'll be time to reload for the Bruins. Look at Darnell, looking to go over the 300-yard mark. Pulled down at the 30-yard line, short of the 1st down. 3rd down and about 2 coming up. Clock running, 1:37 to play. And A West will take now their final timeout. Remember, A West had to use a timeout early in this half. And that might come back to haunt them now because they can stop the clock no more.
Well, Cherry Creek's going to be thinking we got to keep the ball in bounds. We'll keep it on the ground, run the ball along there, get the clock rolling. Arvada West has got to be thinking you've got to pull the ball out. have them turn the ball over to give us the opportunity to get back down there and score.
6,500 have watched it here today at the Stutler Bowl. They've seen an exciting, wild football game, and I think exactly as advertised, a high-scoring affair, and the question was, could the Arvada West defense stop Cherry Creek? And the answer certainly has been no. Cherry Creek able to score 41 points, and right now with an 8-point lead and in possession of the football, and 1 first down away from really putting the game away. 3rd and 2. The Wildcats cannot stop the clock again as we take a look at the ball control and the domination of Cherry Creek. 313 yards on the ground, nearly all by the amazing Darnell McDonald.
Well, anytime you're rushing the ball for 313 yards, you're also chewing up a lot of time off the clock.
All right, Jeff, game on the line right now. It's 3rd and 2. They're in 2-down situation, of course. McDonald hit behind the line, broke the tackle, first down, and there goes Darnell McDonald, his 5th touchdown of the day.
What an amazing athlete. I mean, really, he just keeps doing new things. Every time he touches the ball, something new comes up that we haven't seen yet. And, you know, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage for what would have been about a 3-yard loss, and just the strength that he has, you know, allowed him to get up the field. Here's an angle for you to take a look at, and you know, was stopped really behind the line about 3 yards for a loss, and just he has no give up at all. He just keeps going until he gets in the end zone.
You know, when you think about it, Mullen had its chance last week, a 10-point lead over Cherry Creek. Less than 2 minutes to go. They let the Bruins off the hook, and Cherry Creek is not about to miss out on this opportunity. The extra point by Winters. He booms it. He's got it. 1:28 to play, and Cherry Creek on the verge of winning another state title. Their 3rd in a row, their 5th in 7 years, leading 48-33.
Cherry Creek is like a machine. They just keep coming at you and coming at you and coming at you. Really amazing. Year in and year out, they do it.
Immediately following the conclusion of the 5A championship game, we will take you to upstate New York. It's lovely this time of year. CBS Sports brings you the NCAA football game between the Miami Hurricanes and the Orangemen of Syracuse, all coming up next on CBS and News 4. And I don't think they'll score as many points as we've seen here today. Brad Winters will kick for the Bruins.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Run one back now!
Creek led 21-10 at halftime. And they have done their thing in the second half. And we have seen kickoffs into the end zone all day long. We talk about drives, another 80-yard drive, 6 plays, a minute 20 off the clock.
What a weapon Darnell McDonald is. What a weapon. Definitely, he's got to be the player of the game.
Oh, yeah, I don't think there's any
really
question. And when you consider that everybody tells us, and you and I haven't seen him, that he's a better baseball player, and it's almost inconceivable.
Yeah, I've never had the opportunity to watch him play baseball, but from what I have heard, he is amazing on a baseball field also.
Steve Cutler with pretty good numbers, too. 16-25, 225 yards. They're looking for Preto. This has been there all day, so why shouldn't it be there now? Preto up to the 43-yard line. Logan says, let's move it along, boys. They stop the clock to move the chains. They want to keep this offense moving, and Arvada West thinks, heck, with a minute 20, we can score 2 touchdowns.
Well, they've got to get their hurry-up offense going.
A minute 20, down by 15, no timeouts. Preto again. You'd think Creek would have that play covered by now. Jason, though, finally dropped the football.
Well, that is a play, you're right, that has been there all day long. Preto, great job of getting off the line of scrimmage against man coverage and getting open. That was a ball he probably should have caught.
Real nice, real nice.
Chris Rasmussen, number 15, in on coverage now. Yeah, you'd think that Creek would be looking for that one. Cutler looking every which way, rolling right and throwing deep into double coverage with a flag on the play. The pass is going to be caught downfield at the 25-yard line. There is, however, a flag on the play back at the 43-yard line.
I have a feeling it's going to be holding.
We have a procedure offense.
Motion call against the Wildcats nullifies what would have been a very big gain to the Cherry Creek 25.
Well, without even with the penalty, what an excellent effort by Atencio to go up between two defenders and pull the ball down.
Well, they've already drenched Mike Wilford, so I guess this game is over.
Well, with 1:02 left, they'd have to score right away and then get the ball back on an onside kick, which could happen.
I know.
And then they'd have to score again.
Yeah, I think a little early for the drenching.
Yeah.
Clock running, 53 seconds. Football at the 40, make it the 38-yard line. Cutlip against the pressure, a little screen to the end. Proto spun around, he dropped the football, but was able to pick it back up. It will be third down coming up, and clock winding down and time running out on a tremendous Arvada West season. Season that saw them go 12-1 and lose only early in the year to Mullen. Cutlip again to throw. And boy, you talk about threading the needle there. He threw it beautifully over Vestal into the waiting arms of Atencio. Kufelt was downfield on the tackle. And he really split the difference between the two defenders on that one.
Yeah, what an excellent throw by Cutlip to get it down there in between two defenders, and then the concentration by Atencio to pull it in and have the presence of mind to get out of bounds.
Ball at the 42-yard line, 20 seconds to play. The never give up Wildcats. Cutlip throwing on the run in the coverage, and this one's going to be picked off, intercepted with a flag thrown at the end of the play. Rocky Martin, the interception, and maybe that's only fitting. His dad is the defensive coordinator. And I think now, if they wanted to drench him, we'd have no argument.
Yeah, that's
drench him again, Bruins.
Yeah, that's it. But, give credit to both teams, Cherry Creek and Arvada West.
After the interception, 15 yards.
And Arvada West for having both teams having excellent seasons. And, credit Cherry Creek with being able to win the state title 3 times in a row. And, Arvada West with Dave Logan and his troops over there. What an excellent year that they've had this year to come this far and into the state championship game.
The next year might be a different story, because like we say, Creek has 45 seniors. Darnell will be gone. Spivey will be gone. Rebstock will be gone. And a lot of the teams will have a chance to knock the king off the throne.
And they've been here before. They've got the experience of going into a state championship game.
Gusmus will fall on the football, and we have seen the final play of this 5A state championship game. A wild offensive show as we anticipated. And congratulations to the Bruins. They've done it again.
Well, what a show today. 2 excellent offenses. Defenses played really well today. It was just really a fine high school game to watch. And the fans now pouring out on the field to congratulate both teams.
Well, they deserve to celebrate, too, because it was sunny and beautiful out here and warm for those of us in the booth. But there's a